Alrighty, let's go. Just doing final updates and shit. I've got a new mouse, so I'm gonna be flapping about wildly for a bit. Okay. Nah, bots. Hey, Watery Tart, and hey, Meatza the Pizza. How y'all doing? Hello, Azrael. Good to see y'all. Quackman. Hello. Good turnout. So what are we doing today? Oh, the build isn't done. That means I'm dropping frames right now. That's not so bad. Right. I'm going alright. Been super tired all day though for some reason. Didn't you go to bed like super late last night? For a normal person, going to bed at 5 PM would just be like super early, but I know your schedule. I know it. Woke up at 2 PM. What? Does that mean you slept for like... I guess you didn't sleep 2 AM. Okay. That was confusing there for a moment. AM from 5 PM. That's... it's 9 hours, isn't it? So I guess it makes sense from a sleeping point of view. Is 9 hours not enough? How much do you go for? Trying to learn more about Unreal Engine 4, but kept procrastinating. Don't procrastinate. Hope that helps. Go for 12 usually. What even? That's madness. I had a nightmare last night. I think that was it. That sucks. I didn't sleep well. I woke up at one point because I thought there were mice crawling around, but I think it was birds on the windowsill instead. And then I couldn't fall asleep for like an hour because I couldn't breathe properly through my nose. I could breathe, but I was just I don't even know how to explain it. It sucked. Anyway, it sucked. All right. Hello, Cooler. How you doing? Yeah, it's just stupid, you know? Like, so unnecessary. I wasn't particularly worried about anything like that. And also been eating way too much sugar. Well, that won't do your energy levels any good. Drawing hats for skulls. Okay. Is that for someone's channel or? Hello, Drake. Thank you for that burb gif. rubbing it in for me. I did deal with it. I've watched the sheets again and hung them out again, and hopefully they're poop free today. But apparently that's not a given. Who knew? Never hang laundry outside. I always feel like a spider's gonna hide in my t-shirt. We struggle to get it like dry quick enough indoors. It goes like, gets like a nasty kind of mildewy smell, which is horrible. So one time I went to put a t-shirt on when I was a teenager, like straight from outside, and there was a wasp in it. It stung me. That sucks. Sounds like you should be scared of wasps hiding in your t-shirts, not spiders then. Just saying. Yeah, wasps are not nice. I've had my fair share of encounters with them. Not recently though, thankfully. Let's keep it that way, right? Hey Omex, good to see you again. How you doing today? Doing well on yourself? I am also doing well. Okay. Which hop here? These samples are provoking all sorts of feels, right? It's a really good mix. I like this track. Sorry for the disruption. I'm just trying to get the link. I think this should be it. Just want to play Ocarina now? Yeah. I think that's it. Let me know if that's not working. No worries, hen. Exams are in 18 days. Nice. Easy. You gonna nail it? Feeling confident? Your boy hasn't started studying? Yeah, that's right. It's because you're confident. You know you're gonna smash it. Good on ya. I think I'm ready to give up. What year are you in again? And how many are you doing in total? Am I making the song better? I don't think so. Second was gonna just finish third year then leave. So is it like an honors that you're supposed to do 4, but you can leave after 3? Because we had something similar to that. It's a good song, isn't it? Yeah, if you leave after 3, you get a bachelor's. Right, that's the same as my degree then. What do you want to do? Do you want to work in like a studio, or what's the plan, boy? Did I? Bloom. I guess we need to set some stuff up here as well. Minimum walking distance, 0. Like, I want to just finish the degree, but I'm just struggling to do anything. I don't know what to do. That's fair. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Click tracker isn't working. Why is this? Sprite does not have any property called blend. So does that mean it should be... All this chill, man, I've been thinking a lot about it. That's good. Just hit me up on Discord or just here if you ever want to talk about stuff. I think it would be good to talk to me for just one perspective, but I think I'm pretty risk averse, which is funny seeing what I'm doing. But I would say that I'm kind of risk averse in terms of career choices and stuff. So if you wanted to get my perspective, then that's fine. But I would caution that only listening to me is probably a mistake. Basically. In my defense, even though what I'm doing seems reckless, I have the appropriate amount of anxiety that someone that is risk averse should have in terms of the choice I've made. So if that makes sense. I'd rather not talk about it on the street. No, I'm fine. I just didn't want you to feel pressured or anything. I'm easy. I like this kind of talk. Certain point it's healthy. Yeah, like anxiety is healthy. Excessive and constant anxiety, not so much. That's cool. Maybe she should be closer to the to this, what do you call it? The cauldron. Good afternoon, Code Slasher. I'm good, how are you? I'm an open book most of the time. That's good. I think that's healthy. coding and watching streams. Nice. Sounds chill. What are you working on today? Little bits and bobs, really. Right now I'm adding the witch NPC to her hut, which is a good starting point. I'm gonna populate the court, I think. I'm gonna add a boat to a certain coastal map, just that kind of stuff. Nothing earth-shattering. Had a pretty productive morning. I designed a lot of the biomes, so we only have, in terms of designing them, we only have some pretty like niche ones left, which is great. And my project partner is really boshing out the map, so that's great. Seem to be using Flash. Yes, I'm using Flash for sketching stuff. Just gonna kill this dude. Weird thing is, during January I was at a point where I struggled to actually go outside, but now I feel like if all I had to do was go to uni every day, I could do that. My main struggle now is just studying. It's like anxiety took a backseat. That seems encouraging. Sounds like it to me. So that's good. I mean, obviously not good that you're struggling with studying. I mean, this kind of stuff is quite fluid, right? Some days I feel on top of the world, some days I feel like in the gutter, and sometimes it kind of drags on for weeks and months. Sometimes, you know, I feel great for weeks on end, and sometimes not so much. So I actually had a couple of weeks recently where I was like really like flying. A bit lower now, but not bad. Definitely not complaining. Did I update it? I think I did. Yeah, I think it's cool that she's standing like that. Her hat is blending into the ground, which I think is probably an issue. She might need a bit of tinting, so I'm gonna send that to the guy. This is looking sick, by the way. Yeah, I'm really happy about it. Messaging the artist because I do think she's blending in a little bit with the floor, but other than that, it looks pretty cool, I think. Trying to think what's going to happen here is it's more than just the witch. There's going to be like camera shake and she's going to explode possibly. Needs more highlights. Yeah, I mean that's his problem. He has to deal with that. I'm telling him what the issue is and he can fix it. Sugar, I almost drank some plastic there. There's I was cleaning a 3D print model and pinged some of it into my glass there, and I forgot to change the glass. So. But I've been doing some good printing today, I'd say. I've been mucking about with the settings and they're way better. So this guy's looking good. But yes, I almost poisoned myself there. So I'm gonna swap out my water. I'll be right back, guys. pinged myself in the eye as well with some of the clipping sometimes, but thankfully not too bad. One of the people that I'm playing D&D with, they all just leveled up, and he's like, right, I have a spell that allows me to summon a fey weasel. So I'm like, oh great, that means I'll print you a weasel, but of course a weasel is the friggin' tiniest animal there is, so it's really hard to print. But I figured out I could make it, jeez, if this breaks now I'm gonna be so mad. I could make it fatter, and that means the limbs and such printed fine. I'll try and show you, but it's absolutely tiny, so it's actually coming out decent on the camera. So I printed him a little weasel. So I'll probably paint it tonight, so surprise him for the session tomorrow. Yeah, I wonder what his plan is. He's a very creative guy, so we'll see what he does with that. It'll be fun. Anyway, yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should have a controller instead. It's not gonna be massively annoying. It really sucks that, like, the main, as far as I know, the best way to treat anxiety is through exposure, which sucks. Because it's awful, right? Like, I've been trying to deal with my mouse problem by, like, exposing myself to it. It is actually helping, but it's obviously quite uncomfortable to hang around with mice when I find them terrifying. At least it's not rats. That's the good part about this, is that it's easier to deal with mice than rats. But yeah, so anything you can do to force yourself to expose yourself to whatever you're afraid of, Tart, is good. And I think from what I read a book on the anxiety and the was it the amygdala? It was a brain thing. Can't remember what it was called now. But the main thing is you should never run away from it. So the worst thing you can do is avoidance, because then you're teaching your mind that whatever you're avoiding is good to avoid. It's kind of like circular like that, but basically, because if you avoid something, you're safe from it, and then you're kind of reinforcing it to your mind that this was something worth escaping from, which is tough because it's like a vicious cycle, right? But forcing myself to face my fears has helped. Don't think it's an anxiety thing, weirdly enough. Okay, that's interesting. Usually procrastination is linked to anxiety. It's like diffuse, like difficult to quantify type of anxiety. And yeah, exercise is good, but I do think Mr. Tart gets enough. Spawn the witch where we are. Face the mice. I am. but I hate it. We haven't caught them yet though. We have a DIY trap set, and we also have an actual manufactured trap, and they're just not interested. So this should change absolutely nothing. It'll just be that the witch is contained in an object above her, kind of thing, which will just make it easier to manage her. For sure I get anxiety, but I think it's a side issue. Well, I mean, you know yourself best. It's a good thing that you're thinking about it. Okay, that's good. So I would say that that's completed. Controller and NPC, yeah, that's it. I felt unmotivated when I was studying abroad, mostly because none of my friends were around, so even if I did well or had something to brag about, there was no one to share my joy. Hope that's not the issue you're having. Well, I live in the same city as Watery Tart. He refuses to hang out, so it's not that. I'm joking, mostly. Do you ever get huge months where you just don't want to do anything, like really intense laziness and lethargy? Lethargy? No, I do not. I have never had the symptoms of like depression, which is kind of more, it sounds like that's more what you're describing. Like, no, I'm not saying depressed people are lazy, goodness, but I'm saying that, like, from what I understand, that's one of the ways that you manifest is you just retreat into bed, basically. I never do that. I'm strictly just anxiety, which whips me into action rather than anything. I can never settle down. I feel awful for, like, that's probably why I don't play many games, is because I feel like it's unproductive, so I can't let myself do it. I mean, that's the word, but I feel like it's such a taboo word. Yeah. No, you're not the only one, Omix. I don't know what's going on with it. Can I post a link or two for Watery Tart and others that might be of interest? Absolutely, Code Slasher. Thank you for asking. 2.5 month batch rate. Shredding your tart. I like that. But yeah, that's what the doctor said it was. But the thing is, the waiting lists are so huge for dealing with stuff like that. Did they give you any medication? I guess if you took it, is it not doing anything for you? What's the title of that? Techniques for dealing with what? Come on, get in there. It is the guy who did Braid, not Fez. That was Phil Fish or something like that, I think. Yeah, I've been trying different stuff. I actually went to the psychologist like 3 weeks ago and started this intense dosage, but it takes 4 to 6 weeks to feel it. Intense dosage of what? If I'm... That might be overstepping the bounds, but I'm curious. Brain Witness, yeah. Not sure why, but they planned a bit for me. Thank you, Brashing Code. Did you watch Indie Game the movie? Because that might be why, because they both feature in that, along with Ed McMillan and the guy whose name I forget that made Super Meat Boy. Tommy Refenes, I think. Regards to that second video, I don't think that's quite right. What is the second video? The second video is entitled "You Are Not Depressed." Oofed. I mean, if it's like motivational thing, sounds it does sound a bit risky to go that way, because I'm sure depression is a clinical definition of something. When can you not flip it? Flip them. I'm sure you can flip them somewhere. Let's go to game object and see if we can flip it there. Flip it real good. Oh, Reno. Okay. Do I have to add a script to it? Can I just be naughty and flip it out here? Hey, listen, okay, I like that. Rotate, no, just flip friggin' horizontally. Is that so hard? Can you do that in Paint? That would be cool. I guess no. Flip, yes you can. Can you save transparent PNGs in Paint? That's another thing. I do not believe you can. Don't make me do this in Flash. But you're gonna, aren't you? Okay, yeah, this video is not really for people with the issues I'm having. He even says in the comments he's talking about the mood depression, not the illness. I wonder what the difference is. Mood depression. You can have depression but not be depressed, if that makes sense. I suppose you could be clinically diagnosed with depression but not feel low on a certain day. Low mood and depression are separate diagnoses. I don't know enough about the clinical definition of depression, actually. Who is Ryosuke? I don't know how to pronounce that properly. If you've got any pointers, feel free to let me know. In any case, thank you for the follow and welcome. A night, a whole year. That's amazing. Thank you very much, man. How you doing, A night? It's good to see you. It's been too long. It's always too long. Been long and it used long? Excuse me? Clinically, the symptoms can be like oversleeping, lethargy. Lethargy. It is lethargy, isn't it? Fatigue, irritability, etc., guilt, and all that stuff. Right. Whereas feeling depressed is like low mood, feeling sad. So the first thing is a clinical thing, and the second is a language thing, right? When people say I'm feeling depressed, they're talking about a low mood or feeling sad, that kind of thing. So the first thing is a medical thing, and the second isn't. Would that be correct? So was that guy addressing feeling of depression, not the clinical diagnosis? Such a cool badge, Unite, the 12-month one. How does it feel? Actually, it looks like a guy cheering. But it is some kind of gem. It's been long and it is. Oh, jeez. Thanks for clarifying. How you doing anyway? Have you started working on the mobile port of 789? Don't think you have, but maybe. It's not a boat, it's a misc. Yeah, cooler. A-Night wants to port 789 to mobile. Not port, it would require a lot of work actually. Started going over it. I have one thing to get off my plate first. Exciting. Will it work on Android as well, or just iOS? I'm assuming both. Are you not warm? I'm dying here. Actually no. It was probably freezing this morning. It was like frost, wasn't it? Android and iOS, cool. That means I can play it. How far apart are we? Well, not now, but this morning there's like actual frost on the ground. When I hung the washing at like 9 in the morning, and it was actually freezing, I'm sure. I agree that it's warm now, probably. I haven't been outside, and my flat is like normal. Went outside at 8 AM and I swear I was wearing a t-shirt. What the heck? I'm in Cessnock on the subway line. I think you're like in the West End or something? maybe the extra calories are like raising my body temperature. Maybe you're going through menopause. West-ish end, so pretty close, basically. Shit, you might be right, it would explain the depression. It's funny. Why are you not working, huh? My sexual prime is over. No! Does that mean we need to add Z position to it? I think it does. We need like a Navi listen command. No you don't. That would not be fun for me. Sexual prime is over on 99. Woofed! Are you revealing something about your tastes there, Unite? Nice. See? He doesn't hate you. Oh, what happened there? Okay, that's alarming. Did I click two things at the same time? Yes, I did. That's weird. That boat sprite is really nice. Hot damn, wanna sit in that and reel in a virtual fish. Yeah, we should do a Kickstarter and have a stretch goal. Add fishing to the game. Second stretch goal, dogs that you can pet. But yeah, it does look nice, doesn't it? For real, if you did that, we could put a comfy fishing minigame in with a nice cozy song. How would we do that? I'm trying to think. I'm not doing a Kickstarter. It would have to be some kind of like donation goal or something. Leave it to watery to be excited about a lake. Makes sense, he's consistent. Did you see that Enter the Gungeon tweet about petting the dogs? I did not. What did it say? Okay, you cannot pet the dog and enter the gungeon. New, following an update, you can now pet the dog and enter the gungeon. Oof. That's a good move, to be honest. Like, just from a marketing point of view. It probably didn't take very long to implement, so it's pretty clever, I'd say. Music. Hashtag indie development, hell yeah. Force music. Music, force music. Music pause 5 seconds. What's he doing in here? Someone is in this. Oh, nice. It's kind of one of the really cool parts about small teams working on stuff. Yeah, you can just do whatever the heck you want. Dragon egg. Dragon tooth. We've got a rare ingredient. Instant feedback. Yeah, you're really agile. Is that the word the kids are using? Hey, Cooler, if you're there, I'm adding a lizard as a quest object. Don't know what the kids are using at the moment. Just you wait, son, just you wait. Lurkenbot, thank you for subscribing. Are you a person? I mean, I'll take it either way. Just interesting choice of username if you are a person. And that means Lurkenbot is going into the credits, because support is support. Oh, I was looked into that account. Oh no! Lurkin McClurkin. Well, hey, thank you very much for subscribing anyway. Do you want me? I don't think you're on the list, so I'll add your main then. Unless you want the bot to be the supporter. Lurkin McClurkin. There you go. That's funny. You know what? Use the bot. Okay. Yes, sir. Lurkenbot. Submitted. Music sheet. Oh, I didn't mean to be here. Sorry. I am working on the music though. Adding the rest time parameter. I don't know. I'll just add a default time. I was showing someone how to make a Twitch bot yesterday, so that's how that happened, I guess. Yeah, makes sense. That is pretty funny though. Lurkenbot. the supporter. Take another look at the sheet. Oh no. So what was I doing? Oh yeah, this. So we're saying that music ID, force, ambient. What's it called in the actual thing? There's something really amusing to me about being able to do stuff like that. I've noticed. I find it absolutely disgusting that you're using the Google Sheets chat function. That's an abomination. It shouldn't exist. And that's my opinion on the matter. Music controller, we've got the rest time. Okay. Is equal to I see you. I can see the thing that you're saying something.
Thank you for being a true bro.
Hello, Ren. Thank you very much for the follow. How are you doing today? And welcome to the channel. Start location. Yeah, I'll just wipe that one. Don't know what have you said to me? Did you mean this chat function? Just sharing my knowledge and wisdom with the youths. Leave the youths alone. So this should, I'm just gonna genuinely just check if it even loads or does anything weird. It does load without error, which is good. And then the next step is something else. Would you believe it? Something's making noise. Might be the 3D printer, so I'm just gonna quickly go and check it out. If it's mice, I might die, just so you know. Well, I didn't die. That's the good news. It may still be the mice though, but it was also the 3D printer being finished. The young team, as they say over here. No, not the young team. Not a good thing. Hello, Darpan. How you doing? He dies, have dibs on the boat. That's fair. Maybe the mice can take over the stream then. It'd probably be more entertaining than me. But no, this came out really well. I'm not gonna clip the supports now. I'm pretty confident it came out well, so I'm just gonna leave it till later. How do we know you're not a body snatcher? Maybe I've been the whole time. Maybe I just took over the body of some Instagram model. "50 mice in a brush suit. The mice controls the 3D printer." Yeah, right? Prints body parts. Okay, the music controller here. So, rest time. Where do we refer to rest time? Rest time here. Anywhere else? Mice controls the means of production. Should have zoomed in there. When I said I was an Instagram model. Rest time counter should be eyebrow chat. Is that a thing? Maybe it is actually the mice making the 3D models and not the 3D printer. That would be like slave labor. Worried about how unperturbed he looks about the idea of micey body snatchers. I'm trying to confront my fears, alright?
Thank you for being a true broad.
Groz, thank you very much for the follow. How you doing today? Welcome to the channel. Mice sculpture. Master of plastic. You're loving this. So then what we'd want to do is we'd say maps map dictionary hashed level dot music dot rest time or default rest time. Music applied rest time of Mice just locks up the 3D printer for duration of the print and quietly works on the sculpture. Well, I can see the print happening in real life, so, and watch as you judge its art. Unless the mice are like inside the 3D printer, like operating the bands and whatever. So we have, well, no music there, so I'm gonna drop us into Snow 1 because I do know that that's got a music track currently. Ratatouille 2, Revenge of the Critic. I've never watched Ratatouille. So that's not promising because I'm sure it's playing music, right? Yeah, it is. But I didn't get the print I expected to get. It's the sequel to the movie about two people in the mansion with mice in it. What? So when will you change to D Live? What's D Live? And hello, Bez. Welcome. If self-track playing is not ID, the new track requested. Ah. It's a Twitch that doesn't take money from content creators. That sounds good, I guess, but is anybody there? I guess that's the problem. PewDiePie. Oh great, that's nothing to compete with then. Sounds like not Twitch. It does sound like not Twitch. Yes, we're managing it there, that's fine. First time is 20. Why is that? Why is that set to begin with? That's weird. We play music, so we get that, which means we get local play music. Of course, at the moment doesn't have lots of viewers, but I'm betting that it will grow. Why are you betting that it will grow? Aren't there like, there must be like YouTube clones that are like better for the creators or whatever, but there's nobody there, so that's the problem. What are you coding? I'm working on the music system. I want to have a variable time in between songs, so that's what I'm trying to implement. Does PewDiePie have a stake in this website or something? Certainly seems like it. That could be possible, I guess. People watching get rewards they can give to streamers. Streams will take all the money. So what's the angle of the DLive? And they just signed an exclusive with Pewds. Oh no, exclusive is evil. You told me that. People said the same about Hitbox and Mixer. I've heard about Mixer. Has that gotten smaller? Because it was pretty small before. I don't know, man. I'm not a pioneer of these things. I'll follow the crowd. I don't want no early adopter advantage. It's not for me. So when we play, if so the last track requested is this. If the track playing is not this one, i.e., yeah, it's either it's a different one or Right, yeah, I get it. If first time is yes, that should now print. I just accept that I benefit from consolidation more often than not. I don't. What do you mean by consolidation? Music, applied rest time of 120. Okay, great. Now we're gonna, so now I'm gonna have to actually test this with turning the sound or the music off. Apply default time if non-specified. What happens if no track is specified? I don't know. It's like game stores in general. Only in the start water you see all the places that have a Walmart. Yeah, you're thinking of like the death of the high street and stuff. Omix. Right, so the rest time, let's say that the snow is equal to, I don't know if that comment will break things. I'm gonna see, I'm gonna give it 5 seconds. So I'm going to pause this so that we can actually hear it, or I can hear it at least. So it should play for 5 seconds and then fade out. Yeah, so that didn't like having a comment in there, or I didn't put a comma, so that could be it as well. Who knows? Sad, but it's just so convenient. That is honestly how it works. So that ended, and then we have a rest time of 120. But what if we set the rest time to be very little? And when does the rest time get managed when the track isn't playing? Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, that's cool. So we will say, what if? So in Snow 1, map code, so we're gonna say here that the jeepers. The rest time will give 5 seconds. So that stopped resting. Back again. Perfect. We make our own beds, right? Not me. My mommy makes my bed. That is a lot of text. That one, indeed. That seems to have worked nicely. That's just because I'm a genius. So now I can set variable rest times in between tracks, which is going to be useful, I believe. Stay humble. I am actually really humble. I'm too humble, I think. I shit on myself too much. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. I'm back. False alarm, Mr. Tart. Hey, the voice actor 697. I'm doing good. How are you? far as I know, Tart streams very occasionally. I do not believe there is any semblance of a schedule. Thank you, Omix. That's nice. Ah, Genso's raiding! Defend! Defend! Pow! Hello, how are ya? How was your stream? Thank you very much for raiding. I appreciate it. Pew pew! Yeah, nobody else is defending though. Oh, there we go. That's good. How was your stream? What were you working on? It was great, thank you. Good. Good. So did I tick that off? I think I did. Yeah. Controller, master, lawyers, judge. Right, so let's add the controller first. Just doing some more code words challenges. You're gonna grow a massive brain a Rooney doing all those challenges. That's good though. Court. Quiet in the court. Ooh, this should definitely be a zoomer, right? To be fair, I did stream Game Dev 2 months ago. Did you? That must have been before I followed you. That annoys me. You should do that again. Although you've got exams to study for. Do you even brain lift? I do not even. It's unacceptable. I thought we changed this. That's weird. Just once. I see. So I want court on court. Board resume true. That's fine. I'm not going to replace that properly. There we go. I think it was at 2 AM. Yeah, I would not be awake for that. That's fair enough. Unless it was like on a Friday or Saturday night when I was drinking or something. Right, okay, so we need to change this. Object house. This is house, I believe. Why you no stream you want reconfection? Exactly. Exactly. Should this be a fancy prison cell? I think so. Nice. Thank you for making chat fun and lively, or more fun and lively. I mean, look at this wholesomeness. Look at it. Alright, so that's good. We're just gonna add some emphases. Careful of his fifis. You're gonna give him fifis. So you want to add the lawyers and What makes you yourself make chat more fun and lively? How about that? Deal with that one. So we want, I guess, so lawyers and judge. So these don't have any walking animations. I guess I might request those because then that'll be give something to do for the animator. So we're going back to the NPCs. Jackie, hello. How are you doing? That Jackie, yeah, 3000. Cool name. Should be able to search and replace this rather than having to drag and drop, which is always nice. So we're gonna replace, well, which, like so. And that should do the proverbial trick. Nope. Nice. Okay, that's done. Don't know why I was doing right clicking there. Could have used the F2 button. I campaigned for that change. Judge. Oh no, it's lawyer now. Lawyer. Making the gnome theme, by the way, nice. I didn't wanna force you, but I did suspect you probably would want to, so I'm okay with this. That'll be like different because it'll be like the happiest track of the soundtrack. The tavern is pretty cool, but how long should it be, by the way? That's totally up to you. I reckon I'll just play it whenever you talk to him, I guess. So the dialogues might last a bit, but I could, now that I've implemented variable resting times, by the way, I could loop them by just setting a rest time of 0, I think. I haven't tested that, but I feel like that should be possible. Yeah, I should check that out actually. Going into the musicular controller. No, it's the map spawner. Yeah, I do need to set the time for the snow. Snow is, right, let's set like 7, and then in the map dictionary, rest time 0. Let's see how this does. I'm not confident that it will work, actually. But let's check it out. It might. I might have to do something like, if the rest time is 0, then I'll like actually make it loop or something. I don't know. Sound already playing, right? Okay, no, that did not sound not playing. Okay, interesting. So yeah, we should probably implement looping, I guess. Unless Water you think nothing should ever loop. I feel like we should have the functionality for it. Mixer.play. Let me check. There must be a loop property or something. Sitedefault.com mixer. Let's check the DB. Let's check the documentation for this extension and see how we can do it. Don't mind looping, depends on when and for what for, I guess. Right. So it just makes sense that it should I should be able to do it, I think. So mixer.play URL and config. The config is delay attack easing in game. So does that loop by default, I guess? Create a track, adding sound component saying that looks like actually there actually isn't anything. So I think it's just my implementation that is preventing it from looping. Okay, so play music, local fade music, edit music volume, manage rest time, manage track length. If self-track time remaining is less than 0, then stop playing track. Check for looped track. If self-rest time counter is equal to 0, then reset track length, track time. Else not looped, stop playing. Track looped. This will not reset. This won't actually what am I trying to say? This won't actually loop it. It'll, because I'm just setting the length of the track to 7 seconds just to test. It'll actually just continue playing, I think. We may have to listen to the whole thing. What a shame that would be. Reset track time. So track time remaining. Track time. When do we set that? Is equal to track length. So there you go. So let's first try that it works at all. So now it should just continue playing. I should get a print saying track looped, I think. Yeah. And when I get it, it just keeps playing. So actually I don't have to change anything. I'm just going to get a bunch of track looped things. So let's enjoy this awesome track till the end. It's pretty long. It's like over 2 minutes, I think. What does it say? Can you guys even hear it? It looks very quiet. 175. That's almost 3 minutes. Don't think you can hear it. Maybe barely. Bumping up a little bit. Barely, yeah. Well, there you go. I've bumped it a little bit temporarily just so you guys can hear the awesomeness. but this is a test. We're not supposed to enjoy it. Strictly prohibited. When's the first time you hear the gnome theme, and what should you feel? Because this sounds silly. Silly is about right. So you come really early. He's outside the academy. Then there's a hub level, and then you get to the main big grasslands map. So I'm gonna turn down a little bit again. This is on the main grasslands map. You could have went the other direction first, so you might not see him immediately, but it is really early on. Like on the correct path, you see him really early. And it's kind of like quirky, weird character. So silly is about right. Interested in hearing what it's gonna be like. So that's, is it reaching the end? I think there's a very long end bit on this one, and it might actually feel like it goes on, because I think it might have a tail of silence, possibly, so we'll see. Okay, that's end. Will it play again? I'm gonna give it like half a minute because I do think there is a tail of silence at the end. Might not be. Do we have any error messages? It is still saying that it's looped. I'm getting the print, but it's not actually. I do believe that it's not looping. Music in the music controller. Snow. Oh, it's not looping. That's, well, yeah, okay. That'll explain it. Does that mean the behavior doesn't work normally? I think it should do. Oh well, that is annoying. I'll test it again later. But basically now, I think that should work for loopages. So something like the gnome, we could have this track playing, although I think I'd have to cancel the music when you stop talking to him, because otherwise it's just gonna keep looping when you've left. So that will be something to keep track of. No biggie for sure, but just interesting to think about. Not sure I've done this right with the rest time. Where do we request the music? Is it here? It is. Play music. Music ID, force, and rest. Yeah, we should have that as a parameter there. Message.rest time. Rest time or default rest time. So that would mean that when we leave talking to the gnome, we could have well, his rest time would be 0, but we could just play whatever the the gnome could request the map dictionary and then call whatever song it is. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay. factory. Okay, add the script in here. Added. If we go into the court here now, we can add the object. Just print to make sure it's there. Print port controller reporting for duty, because that's funny. It's a funny joke. We'll start there. Oh, jeez. Cycle detected on node type editor factory. Feels like a reboot to me. Yeah. So I'm gonna restart default, and I'll take the opportunity to check on my 3D print. I'm just gonna make sure. I think the most time-consuming part of restarting it is the loading of the project. So I'm going to open the program, and then once that's done, I'll open the project. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Right, so while this is loading, I'm going to check on the 3D print. Right, so this one is printed, but I'm very skeptical of its success. And hello, himself. How are you doing? Barrage is doing well. This is turning out super well, actually. Awesome. I'm really excited to hear it. So that looks like a bit. Oh, choppy, choppy, choppy. Let's kick off the build as well to see how that goes. Nope. Does it something contains itself or something like that? That's often what I've done. Port controller. Yeah, it contains a factory of itself. That's why. I see. Perhaps chair barrage should be known as bottom barrage, and I'm doing not bad, thank you. That sounds kinky and I love it. Okay, so that was a totally unnecessary reboot of default. This was a bit of a stress test for the printer, I'm not gonna lie. Trying to figure out what parts are actually not meant to be cut off here, and it's not much. It's a very petite little model. But if I can get it, that would be good. Don't know how much detail the detail for this model has come through. Probably not much actually. The other one looks good that I made, but not this one so much. Man, you know you wanna be good. That's looking alright actually. You decided you're just going to permanently keep the printer you have on that. Well, that's kind of the way we're doing it so far. Just, I mean, as long as I'm working from home, it makes sense. You know? That way it's always running, creating awesome things. You know what? Something may yet break on this, but I'm pretty impressed. Doing these risky cuts here. I don't know. May have overdone it. This was a very quick print anyway, so I could just try again, but I don't know if it'll be any better. Just have another try at trimming it. I would perhaps fatten it out, because I've learned that that's a thing I can do now. That makes things more sturdy, because some of these limbs are just pathetically tiny. Don't think you'd be able to see. Set up an Etsy page and turn it into a business to fund your game dev. That would be cool. I mean, obviously, not my 3D printer would feel a bit weird doing that, but there must be plenty of people that are doing that already, though. Okay, so the only thing about this one is that the ear is a bit dainty, but actually, it's a tiny model. I don't think you guys will be able to see it. Like the limbs are just so tiny, and it's managed not to break. I'm pretty impressed. I'm not gonna lie. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'll stop fiddling about with this kind of stuff and pay attention to my lovely chatters and the work I should be doing. That's secondary. Is that a mouse? It is. It's a character from Star Wars. It's what's it called? This is something. Salacious Crumb, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And like, the ears have come out. That's the hard part. I guess I was possibly too harsh on trimming the ears, I think. That's what it was meant to be. Let me switch to the correct thing. That's the model in Cura, so actually, from my point of view, it's come out really well, given what we were working with here. Not enough of a Star Wars fan to know who that is. Me neither. I wouldn't know it by name. It's apparently like the one of the characters that sit around with Jabba the Hutt. Says this reporting for duty? Port controller reporting for duty. That's good. I have to guess that from the post. Nice one. That little annoyance, yeah. So basically it's because we're playing Imperial Assault, the board game, and my friend has purchased an expansion, and apparently it comes with Salacious Crumb and a pit droid as allies, but without the models? I don't know if they sell them separately or something, so just being cheeky and printing them instead. Controller. Done. Spawn judge. Spawn lawyers. Actual parts sold separately sounds like the milking industry that is tabletop games. Yeah, it's pretty crazy because I don't know how much you spent on all those Imperial Assault games, but it's a lot, no doubt, because there's so many models and so many scenarios and stuff. Granted, it's been great fun playing it. I really like that game. It really appeals to my kind of min-maxy playstyle. Is that the judge? That looks like the lawyer. Because it is the lawyer. There we go. At least you don't need batteries. This is true. Very true. They are sold separately. Is that another thing that kids these days won't really experience? I mean, things still need batteries, but they usually come with built-in ones that you charge, I guess. Am I being excessively ageist there? Get off. I got a new mouse. It is a Chungus. Look at this bad boy. You see that? Look how big that is. That's what she said. It's one of these, it's another one of these ergonomic vertical ones. Hopefully this one works better. Hello Maro Maro, how you doing? Hope no one has to explain that again. Easily my least favorite thing ever. Well, batteries. 3 kids, so at Christmas I buy batteries in bulk. That's smart. Oh, I really like that joke. I do. It's a good one. It's a classic. Things still often come without batteries, depends on the thing. I've actually seen some things that come with batteries. That's super impressive. That's like unparalleled customer service. How does that compare to a regular mouse? It's so with regular mouse you hold it like this. This one you hold it like that, which should theoretically reduce strain on your wrist. And actually I'm already feeling benefit right now. And I got it today, so seems to be working. If it comes with batteries, they'll be display batteries, like really bad ones. Oh, experience that again, Omix. That's what you meant to explain. I see what you mean. Yeah, it is like when you get a new toy and you can't play with it. That is pretty bad. How is it functionally though? Okay, let me... Wait, did default crash? It did crash, great. Excellent. It's misbehaving. You're writing scripts? I'm doing that a little bit, yeah. Nothing too advanced today. I did work on the music controller a little bit. So, when I hold it, I can't even see. I must be losing frames like a mother clucker. When I hold it like this, everything's falling apart, right? So you see that's the left click there, right click there. You have the scroll wheel there. I don't really know. Now that I think about it, I don't know which finger I use now. There's a DPI button up top, which I guess you're not supposed to use very much. On the inside, where your thumb rests, is two buttons. This one's for forward and this one's for backward. And that's about it. I got another horizontal one, which was nice. This one is more comfortable, I think, though. But that one, it was a wireless one, and it did not respond well to when my CPU was high. It lagged a little bit, which was awful because that made me kind of tighten up on it. So it kind of defeated the whole purpose of being ergonomic. So I sent that back and got this one now, which is wired, and I actually like the design even better, so great. I was about to say it was backwards, but I just realized your cam is mirrored. The barrage I see is a lie. It is literally the opposite of barrage. So that's just still loading, super slow. That's annoying. I'm not a fan of these crashes, you know? I'm gonna check. I think I was just printing a base, so it should be ready. Does your CPU often smoke weed? Apparently. Apparently. So I made some dedicated print settings just for printing bases, and this printed in 8 minutes, and it's not beautiful, but it's solid, and took 8 minutes. Used very little material, so that's actually pretty good. Because I've like slowed the printing process right down for the actual models, just to hopefully make them stronger. But that obviously has an impact on the time. So if I can save that time on the base, that's great. So I'm just building this now. Strange thing, I'm left-handed, but I couldn't possibly use a mouse with my left hand. It would just be weird. That's interesting. A weird sound. I like it. So the judge didn't spawn. Is that because we don't have... I don't know what that is. Well, I'm right-handed and I have experience using a mouse with my right hand or my left foot. That sounds awesome. Celio Hogane. What is this track? This is Donkey Kong and Chill. 15 minutes in is Hot Top Volcano and Diddy Kong Racing. I never played Diddy Kong Racing, but this is a pretty beastin' track. Sometimes you're just in bed way too comfortable. I can see that. So I suspect that the script I wrote is just wrong factory. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh hey, Diddy Kong Racing music, good taste. Well, it's just a compilation, so I can't take too much credit for it, unfortunately. I wish. There we go. Diddy Kong Racing music is so good. Well, I'm liking this track, that's for sure. Did that still not work? Is it factory_create? I think it is. Yeah. Stream would get very weird. Would get weird very fast if Braj has a foot mouse. Yeah, it's not that kind of stream. Subs for foot. shots. I can use my mouse with both hands. That's cool. I mean, I can use it with both hands. I'm just less comfortable with the left. I don't know how this one really wouldn't work with the left hand because it's totally different. You'd just be dancing under the desk constantly. So what is this? Why are you complaining now? You weren't kidding about being an Insta model, I guess. I sure was not. I sure was not. Factory.create ID. Okay. Factory.create hash judge. So I guess, have I not added the judge factory or something? I have not. That'll do it. Every game should have an option to play it with DDR controllers. That makes sense to me. There you are. Nice. Well, that's me starting to talk to him. You could do it with an Arduino. Is that like a Raspberry Pi type of thing or something? So you, my friend, should be like, can you be like here? Yeah, you could. So that's what's exactly 994542. Use an Arduino to convert the DDR controller into a joypad or keyboard as far as the computer sees it. Sounds like a great idea. I wonder what is the dumbest controller I can make my game work on. Like, you could use a light switch in if you've got a house with like a smart house or whatever it's called. Like Amazon Echo or whatever. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, it's like a Raspberry Pi type thing. If you have no idea what a microcontroller is, that is Braj level understanding, I think. Alexa, win game for me. Have you seen the Skyrim Alexa thing? That was pretty funny. I'd never heard about it before. I think was it Crew Beyond that said share the link. I just make figurines with chips on them, and you have to use a giant touchscreen that can detect them, so you have to move the units on real time. Actually, because that sounds pretty cool. Send the gnome team. Yeah, I got the message on my phone. Do you want to listen to it now, or? BRB pizza, nice. Congratulations, I'm happy for you. Up to you. You know what? I'm gonna keep it from people. Starts off kind of stupid. I tried to work it into an actual track by the climax. Oh yeah. Anyway, I was planning on chilling on the stream for a while, but I have to go buy something. So I hope you're still streaming when I get back. Maybe, depends how long you're gone. Don't think I'm going to be on super long, actually. Lawyer, and then, yeah, I could just message which one we are, I guess. So, do. We should do we have a choice on orient player? I thought we would. Player's active. That should have a parameter for that, shouldn't it? Actually really like it now that I'm listening. Awesome. Max distance. Could probably do more with it. Height. Distance is greater than max distance. Should do it. So if I chuck in that we're only going to orient it there if we're really close, that should do it. The core controller, got that there. We've added the lawyer factory. Could you imagine that? A lawyer factory. Ooh. Nobody wants to see that. So he's southwesting, but then if I get close enough, he starts responding to me, and then he doesn't. Northeast. What you're working on? I'm just adding components to the court area. I'm just starting to low-key adding little like finalized touches, you know? So if I'm not close enough, then he faces the judge, otherwise he faces me. And if I get too far away, he faces the judge again, which is pretty perfect. Nice. So we'll place one like here. 7, 5, 4. The other one here. 9, 3, 3, 4, 4, 8. Now we should spawn 2 of them. Assuming you don't have Discord notifications turned on. Yes, but I've turned Discord off because I'm trying to keep as much CPU going as much as possible. Ooh, that is a chungus of a pizza. Those are some big salamis you got going there. Lacks pineapple. I wouldn't want pineapple with salami, so you'd have to replace the salami with pineapple, and then you got perfect pizza. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. And he's always just following me. That's awesome. I like it. Cool, 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 cool. Hey, Lilybite, how you doing? Are you hallucinating? Why? There's no pineapple. Yeah, that's what I said. That was your problem. That you don't have pineapple on the pizza. You should. That's what I was saying. If not, quest completed, something like that. For some reason I thought you said black pineapple. Oh jeez, that doesn't sound nice. How you doing, Lily? 4. Pineapple goes better with ham or bacon than salami, I guess. Yeah, I think so. I've never tried it with salami, but I don't fancy it. Wish G3 was here to hear about us talking about delicious pineapple pizza. It's good stuff, good stuff. Right, I'll put as master. I think that should work. Yep. I don't it's not fantasy fancy. I guess it's kind of a UK way to say it, I guess. Oh, this is a tune. Friggin' hell. Default crashed again. It crashes. That was when I was trying to close an object. Don't know why. It's annoying though. It's annoying. Factory. I'll reopen it. Oh, I thought because you hadn't tried it and so it was only an idea that you didn't like, you made fancy into fantasy. No, I guess I'm just not enunciating sufficiently. I like your interpretation though. Such greasy. Greasy is good. Hash court. Why? It ain't court. Court master. So he's probably, I'm just gonna guess here, 400. That's funny how big that thing is on this, what do you call it? In this scene, the default loading bar looks big. Accidentally left the loading project window zoomed in. It's fine. I've got another scene that uses like game capture rather than window capture, so I switched to it when I'm restarting default just because OBS takes less CPU on this mode. So I'm only doing this to kind of preserve computing power. It's a temporary measure. It is weird though that it's blown up like that. It's a bit strange. That should look better now. Yeah, so then I'm just gonna... I do need to open the core controller, because I don't think I added the master's factory. I did not. Master port. Master. Save it. Okay, that's a pain in the butt. Just crashed again. Sirens are here, by the way, don't worry. That's really annoying. I don't know what causes that. It's become less stable recently. I don't know if it's something I'm doing or if it's the program, but it is a bit of a pain in the butt. And a butt is not a place you want pain. What's happening? Default just crashed again, so that is annoying. It takes a moment to start. Might have gained new territory, possibly near the PC's RAM. But that's where I am. I'm near the PC's RAM. We can't have that. Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up there because I need to finish soon anyway. So it's annoying because I wanted to check if the master is spawning correctly, but that's okay. I'll leave that till later. We'll be fine. So am I streaming tomorrow? I don't. You know what? I'm gonna leave it unsaid. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow, maybe I won't. I have D&D tomorrow, that's why I'm saying that. I need to cook and probably prep a little bit, probably not too much. Will I stream on Friday? Kat's friend is visiting, so I don't know what they're gonna do. So basically, nobody knows. I think Kat is going away this weekend though, so if I don't stream tomorrow and Friday, then I'll stream on Saturday. Basically, I don't like not promising anything, but it's better than promising that I will stream and then not streaming. That would suck. New game idea. Can the mice take over Top Reg's house zone by zone? I will fight them. I don't care. They're not getting in here. They were trying to get from the kitchen to the hallway, and I put a stop to that, so I did. I'm not scared. I am scared, but you know, if they can't hear, I'm not gonna say that I'm scared. I'm not scared of you. I'm really scared of them. So yeah. Anyway, no promises on when I'm going to stream. At the very latest, Monday. Okay. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to Genso for the raid. Thank you to A-Knight for a year's worth of subscribing to this channel. Isn't that crazy? Thank you to Lurkin McClurkin for a sub. He used Lurkin bot, which was his bot. That was kind of funny. The mice are plotting. I hope not. I hope not. Anyway, guys, we're gonna go raid. Do you guys feel up for a raid message? There's not many of us that are active, but if you do feel up for it, then copy this thing and paste it into the next channel that we go to. Hope you have a great rest of the week. If not, yeah, right back at you. It was nice to see you for a little bit. Omix, thank you for watching the stream. It's a pleasure to get to know you. You're a definite boon to the chat. So guys, thank you for watching. I'm gonna catch you whenever I catch you. I don't know when that's gonna be. So see you later, guys. Have a good one.